I mean, what can you even say anymore? Manchester United are out of the Carabao Cup after losing on penalties to Grimsby. I know the popular thing will probably be to, or would probably be to come onto this video and to scream and rant and rave. But I'm not the type of person that is going to make a video and I'm screaming into the camera or I'm ranting into the camera. When it was 2-0 for Grimsby, when they went up 2-0, I was actually doing a live stream and the live stream was kind of lagging and freezing. So when it went 2-0 to Grimsby, I just honestly started to laugh. I mean, no disrespect and fair play to them, and they deserve to celebrate because what a night, what an achievement for them. Incredible. That's what football is all about. Yeah. But from a Manchester United point of view, from a Manchester United perspective, when is this ever going to get better? I mean, seriously, when is this ever going to get better? Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left this football club, we have been an absolute joke. You can talk about the You can talk about the Europa League win with Jose Mourinho. You can talk about the domestic cups we won with Erik ten Hag, whatever, so on and so forth. Manchester United are finished. And for anyone who watches my content, you know I like to break down the analysis of the game and we like to get tactical. We like to talk about what's happening. But I'm sorry. For anyone that wants a tactical analysis video of what went wrong against Grimsby, I simply will not be releasing one. I simply cannot get myself to watch that game back because I am just disgusted with the football club. And I understand that the conversation is going to be about Ruben Amorim, okay? And look, I backed him when he joined. I wanted it to work, and it's looking to me like it's not going to work. Yeah, it's looking to me like his time at United is going to come to an end very soon. And if that's the decision that the board decide to make, fair enough. But genuinely, let me ask you a question. For anyone who's watching this is the exact same team, aside from the front three, that played under Erik ten Hag. And guess what? That team was abysmal. Before Erik ten Hag was here, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that team was abysmal. Before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, under Jose Mourinho, aside from the Europa League triumph, remember the if they play, where they play, how they play, that team for the majority of Jose's tenure was disgraceful. And you can talk about the second place and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. The reality is they were nowhere near it. We weren't fighting in Champions Leagues. It's been a joke. It's been a joke since we won the league with Robin van Persie and Sir Alex Ferguson. So if Manchester United decide to move on from Ruben Amorim onto another manager, fair. I don't think you can look at what Ruben Amorim has produced at his time in Manchester United and say, this warrants more time. This warrants more belief. This warrants more patience in his system. I don't think you can. But are you not exhausted? If you're a Manchester United fan, we're supposed to watch the football for enjoyment. For a lot of people, I'm sure it's an escape from their day-to-day lives. I just love football. Football has been a way of life for me from the day I was born. But how are we 3 games into a season and it feels like a chore watching this football club? I spent all summer getting excited to watch this team. I spent all summer making myself believe that this year, not that it was going to be different, that we were going to push for the title, that we were going to be this excellent side, but you know, something was going to change. Maybe we finish in a European spot. Maybe we have some good cup runs. And once again, 3 games into the season, I am already ready for the season to be done. And the problem with that is, I felt the exact same way watching this football club under Erik ten Hag. I felt the exact same way watching this football club under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I felt the exact same way watching this club under Ralf Rangnick. I watched the exact same way watching this club under Jose Mourinho. I felt the exact same way watching this club under David Moyes, excuse me. So when exactly does this end? Is it just going to be manager after manager after manager after manager after manager, and we're just going to continue to have these same conversations, and people are just going to believe that magically a manager is going to come in and fix this? Now, do I think that this team, this group of players, is as bad as they're showing on the pitch right now? The answer is no. Brian Mbeumo scored 20 goals in the Premier League last season. Mateus Cunha was a key man for Wolves, and he is a Brazilian international. Bruno Fernandes, I don't care what you say about him, he has been the most important player for Manchester United over the last 5 years. You have English internationals, you have Dutch internationals, you have Kobe Mainu, you have Amad Diallo. This team is not as bad as they look right now. I refuse to believe it. But my question to you, if you're watching this video, is are they as good as we think they are? Are they as good as we think they are? For me, the answer is no. Because I'm already seeing people draft up 4-3-3s, and this squad would cook in a 4-3-3, and we need to switch to a 4-3-3. Well, guess what? We played with 3 midfielders under Erik ten Hag, and we shipped 7 to Liverpool. We were disgraceful. We should have probably gone out before we went to the final and beat Manchester City. We should have gone out to Coventry. So are these players as good as we think? I think the answer is no. Look, I'm sorry, but if the board are going to be relentless and sack Ruben Amorim, again, I don't think you can complain. I don't think you can lose a Europa League final. You can finish 15th. You can get knocked out to Grimsby in the Carabao Cup, the second round of the Carabao Cup. Those things cannot happen, and you expect to keep your job if you're the manager of Manchester United. It simply cannot. As a person who really wanted Ruben to succeed here desperately, even I cannot sit here and look at you with a straight face and say that he deserves more time, because I would be lying, and the last thing I will ever do on this channel is lie or sell out my opinion. I will always give my honest opinion. But when I look at a couple of the performances today on the pitch, when I look at what Andre Onana is doing week in and week out when he plays, when I look at him getting beat at his near post, when I look at him again fumbling across, when I look at him again struggling to save a penalty, and I know it's difficult to save penalties, but he's not even going the right way. And when he is going the right way, he doesn't have strong enough wrists, and it's bouncing off of his hand, and it's going in. Manuel Ugarte again today comes on the pitch, starts sorry. My head's gone. Starts chaos. Chaos. Balls in the air. Chaos. Balls to his feet. Chaos. You expect me to believe that these two players are good enough to be not even starting 11 players. Those two players are not good enough to be squad players for any team that let alone wants to win a Premier League title, that wants to fight for European places. I don't care about what Andre Onana has done before United. The reality is I am judging based on what I am seeing in a United kit, and it is not good enough. It is not good enough from the players. It is not good enough from the management. And I can't believe that on August 27th, I am making a YouTube video saying that I am already ready for the season to end. This is incredible. I thought the worst thing for me is I went into this game saying to myself, even if we win 3-4-0, I still won't be satisfied until I see a string of performances and a string of results in the Premier League. I still won't be satisfied until we make a run in the FA Cup, we make a run in the Carabao Cup. I was thinking, these things can be possible, but we're already out of one cup. No Europe. FA Cup's the last cup we can win. We're not winning that. Let's be completely honest. We're not winning that. So what do you do? What do you do? Do you go and sign a new coach? Do you go and try to take Eddie Howe from Newcastle? Do you go and call Xavi and say, hey, man, what's up? You want to bring your 4-3-3 football to Old Trafford? You want to come coach in England? I don't know. A lot of people saying United should look at Glasner from Crystal Palace. Julian Nagelsmann, what's he doing? Zinedine Zidane, what's he doing? But I am done until these players and whoever's coach for the rest of the season, whether it's Amorim, whether there's an interim, whether they appoint a new manager, I am done believing that things are going to change until this side shows me that they are capable of changing. And again, it is going to be very easy to pick on Ruben Amorim specifically. And it's been disgraceful. His time at Manchester United has been disgraceful. You cannot argue that. I cannot argue that. Nobody that wants to be honest with themselves can argue that. But ask yourself, is this always going to be a manager problem? Are Man United the only side in the world that just continue to appoint bad manager after bad manager? Maybe. Or maybe we just don't recruit right. Maybe we don't sign the right players. Maybe the badge is too heavy when players come to Manchester, because it's a lot easier doing it for clubs where, the media, the scrutiny is not always on you. Every little thing you do isn't, magnified. When you're at Manchester United, every single thing you do is magnified. Every press conference, every pass, every tackle, every dribble, every shot, every post on social media, everything you do is scrutinized. Maybe the players just don't have the bottle to play for the club. But I will not sit here and believe for a second that this is just a Ruben Amorim problem. Because was it just an Erik ten Hag problem? Was it just a Louis van Gaal problem? Was it just an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer problem? Was it just a Jose Mourinho problem? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe United, they just appoint really poorly. Maybe the managers that we bring are just not the right guys. And one day, Manchester United will finally bring in a manager that turns the tables, turns into another Sir Alex, that brings Manchester United back to the glory days. Because I have not enjoyed watching Manchester United play football since 2013, and we are very closely approaching 2026. And for me, for a big club that we all love and support, that is disgraceful. It is a joke. I am tired of watching United play, and we are 3 games into the season. And look, I'm going to continue to make content. I'm going to continue to drop analysis videos on Premier League games, and I will do it in the FA Cup when that time comes, because I love this channel. I love the comments that I get from all of you guys. I enjoy the interactions. I enjoy when I see someone saying that they disagree and why they disagree. Again, as long as it's respectful, I enjoy a good debate. I enjoy a good football debate. And this channel is not a Manchester United channel. This is a football channel. So we are going to be doing analysis from big games in the Prem, in La Liga, in Bundesliga. We're going to be analyzing football, Champions League nights, but I simply will not get myself excited for Manchester United again until they prove me wrong. Will I celebrate when they score goals? Yes, I celebrated when they scored both goals today. I celebrated when Andre Onana made that penalty save today. Because I love the club. I love football. I love Manchester United. I want to see them succeed. And even when I tell myself I don't care, I do care. And anyone who's a football fan knows you can't just tell yourself you don't care, because you do care. It matters. To you, to me, it matters, or we wouldn't watch. We would do other things. Maybe we would, crochet. Maybe we would, draw, or, whatever. But our passion is football. We love football. So when you love football, you love the club you support. And the club I support is Manchester United. So I will continue to support them throughout the season. But I'm done with the optimistic stuff. I am done believing not only in the coach, not only in Ruben Amorim and his staff. I'm done believing in these players. Because like I said, this is the same group of players. The same group of players that looked an absolute disgrace under Erik ten Hag, aside from Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and Benjamin Sesko, and obviously Diego Leon as well. But it's the same group of players. 3-4-3, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Eventually, it comes down to having some pride, winning your duels, knowing that you're wearing the Manchester United badge, the same badge that so many of us would do anything to wear for one day on that pitch. So yeah, like I said, I know the popular thing would be to come onto this YouTube channel and rant and rave and scream, and maybe that would get me more views, but that's just not who I am, and I will never be my authentic self. Just wanted to make a video and express my thoughts and my feelings, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you think I'm completely wrong. Is this a Ruben Amorim only problem? Will a new manager come in and completely change the trajectory of this club? I'm not sure what to believe anymore. What I will say is, Don't let these guys ruin your day. I appreciate everyone for watching. We will chat again soon. Until next time, peace.